Welcome to the story of Mark Antony, one of the most fascinating figures in ancient Roman history. From being Julius Caesar's closest ally to his tragic downfall, Mark Antony's life was filled with power, love, and war. Born in 83 BC into a well-known Roman family, Mark Antony's early years were full of reckless behavior and money problems. He spent much of his youth gambling, drinking, and living extravagantly. However, his natural charisma and military skills helped him gain recognition. His family connections also played a role in his early opportunities, as he was related to some of Rome's most influential figures. Antony's career took a major turn when he joined Julius Caesar's campaigns in Gaul. He proved himself as a strong commander, earning Caesar's trust and respect. His leadership in battles showed his sharp mind and bravery, making him an important figure in Caesar's growing empire. As his influence grew, Antony became a tribune, a position that allowed him to represent the people's interests in Rome. Later, he became the governor of Italy, securing his place in Roman politics. His ability to rally soldiers and inspire loyalty made him a valuable asset to Caesar. Mark Antony's partnership with Julius Caesar was crucial. He was Caesar's right-hand man, supporting his military and political goals. When Caesar was away at war, Antony took care of matters in Rome, blocking laws that could harm Caesar's rule. This loyalty made him one of the most powerful men in Rome. By 44 BC, Antony and Caesar were elected consuls together, solidifying their control over the government. Antony even offered Caesar a symbolic crown during a public event, reinforcing his loyalty. But this period of stability did not last. On March 15, 44 BC, known as the Ides of March, Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators, including Brutus and Cassius. Antony was devastated but acted quickly to secure his position. He gave a powerful speech at Caesar's funeral, turning the people against the assassins. The funeral became a defining moment, as Antony skillfully used Caesar's bloody toga to stir emotions, sparking riots in the streets. With public support, Antony took control of Rome, forcing Brutus and Cassius to flee and positioning himself as Caesar's political heir. After Caesar's assassination, Antony formed the Second Triumvirate with Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, and Lepidus, a trusted general. Their goal was to avenge Caesar's death and bring stability to Rome. They carried out a brutal purge, killing their political enemies, including the famous orator Cicero, who had spoken against Antony. Thousands were executed as Rome entered another phase of bloodshed. However, the alliance between Antony and Octavian was unstable. Over time, their relationship became strained. Octavian, hungry for power, removed Lepidus from leadership and started to challenge Antony. Their rivalry would soon lead to a major conflict. Antony's growing attachment to Egypt and Cleopatra gave Octavian the perfect excuse to portray him as a threat to Rome. During this time, Antony's relationship with Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt, added more tension. Their bond was both romantic and political. Cleopatra provided Antony with wealth, naval support, and military resources, while Antony offered protection and power. They became one of history's most famous couples, but their love story also made Antony an easy target for criticism. Many Romans saw him as abandoning his duties for his foreign queen. Octavian used this against him. He spread propaganda, accusing Antony of betraying Rome by siding with Egypt. The Roman Senate, influenced by Octavian, declared war on Antony and Cleopatra, framing it as a war against foreign influence rather than a civil conflict. The final battle came in 31 BC at the Battle of Actium. Octavian's navy, led by his skilled general Agrippa, defeated Antony's fleet. Some of Antony's ships deserted during the battle, weakening his forces. With no choice but to retreat, Antony and Cleopatra fled to Alexandria, hoping to make a final stand. Their forces dwindled as former allies abandoned them. By 30 BC, Octavian's forces had surrounded Alexandria. With no way to escape, Antony took his own life, believing Cleopatra had already done the same. When Cleopatra learned of his death, she also chose to die rather than be paraded through Rome as a prisoner. She famously allowed herself to be bitten by a poisonous snake, though some historians believe she may have used poison instead. Their tragic deaths marked the fall of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. With Antony and Cleopatra gone, Octavian became the undisputed ruler. He later took the title Augustus, becoming Rome's first emperor and shaping the future of the empire for centuries. His reign would mark the beginning of the Pax Romana, a period of relative peace and stability in the empire. Mark Antony's story is a lesson in power, loyalty, and ambition. He was a brilliant general, a passionate lover, and a skilled politician. His rise and fall show how ambition and personal choices can shape history. The Roman Empire that followed would leave a lasting impact on the world. Although Antony's story ended in tragedy, his legacy remains one of the most fascinating chapters in Roman history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Mark Antony. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical content. Let us know in the comments what topics you'd like us to cover next.